Hello, everybody. This is Bobby Mills with theindependent.com, talking to the world famous coach, Will Reutzel. You're world famous in my eyes. I want to talk about some of the individuals, and of course, the first two are Riley Bombeck and Ashton Simmons. Man, those guys. Are those two different personalities? Of course, Ashton's a bigger kid, I think. Or is it? No, it's Bombeck that's a bigger kid.
Well,
1,000-yard rusher, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ashton is probably about 6'3", 6'4". And Riley's about 6'2", 6'3". Neither one's. They're both guards. They're, man-to-man. They're tough because they're so long.
They don't look like they worry about anything.
Yeah. There are two leading scorers. They're both at 20 plus by a little bit here and there. Ashton's probably a little bit more outside guy. He shoots threes. Yeah, he's, I think, leading the state in D2 at least in made threes.
He is, yeah.
No, Ashton has range. If you don't defend him, he'll take shots, which, part of our thinking is his percentage is like in the high 30s.
It is.
So
it is.
It's not, it's not like it's a horrible shot to take two steps behind the line.
Nope.
And if he's shooting, our posts need to go rebound.
But Bombeck is a good rebounder,
and
too.
Riley
He can get in there and fight a little bit.
He finds gaps. Ashton can create on his own a little bit with the ball. We run things to get him shots. Riley is real good creating. We don't necessarily have a point guard that always brings the ball up.
I noticed that.
There's times Ashton is, or there's times Riley does a lot when we're like in transition. There's times that Quinn is when we run set plays. You probably saw our girls' teams. We didn't necessarily have a true point guard. We were working on people to be a point guard. Where teams in the past, it's tough to get a guy that can handle the ball. Well, we have, I think, three for sure. We have a guy that's hurt, Dylan Kenton. We have a couple JV guys that are pretty decent handling the ball too. Because when you practice against Riley and Ashton in practice, you better handle the ball. But defensively, they're both pretty tough too. Where Riley's the guy that we usually put him on one of the better ball handlers and scorers from the other team. Ashton, if we play 1-3-1s on top of the 1-3-1, because it's just hard to get over him.
It is.
We have Ben Bombeck that's tough on defense. He usually defends the big post guys. He's probably 6'6", and has a lot of springs to him, but not a lot of size. He's not 190 pounds, but he fights. Luke plays tough guys inside. If we are in 1-3-1, Quinn usually is our baseline guy, and we have a little bit of length on the wings with Ben and Riley, or if we sub through, we have different guys can play different spots. But our leading scorers are Ashton and Riley, and everyone thinks that's all we have. But we've had teams go triangle and two, and then like Ben had 20 points, career high at Blue Hill a couple weeks ago. Quinn opened up against Deschler in the conference tournament, had 2 threes to start the game because they weren't guarding him, which it's nice to have guys that can shoot. We have 3 guards in JV that shoot real well. That's kind of the heart of our JV right now, and we need to get a little bit more inside game. But we have guys come off the bench like Will and Jerry play pretty well and can play post or guard a little bit for us. Both of them basically have been guards in the past, and then just numbers and not having too many posts, we've kind of converted them to be a little bit of a post. We don't have that true 6'5" big guy. We have a little bit smaller posts, but it's a little bit quicker posts too that run the floor, and a little bit like last year.
Yeah, I don't think you need a big guy with all that. And people get the idea that you don't play defense with those two that don't know the team. Yeah. And they're in for a big surprise if they play Shelton, because those guys are, I don't know if Central Catholic realized that night, but.
And, sometimes you may have a guy that scores a bunch, because against like GICC, the big guy scored a bunch, but some of it's from the outside, some was on rebounds.
It's just tough to defense.
You have to defend, but if you're struggling in offense, you really need to make sure you can play defense. And that was the other night against Kennesaw. I thought we did a pretty good job where we weren't scoring, but I think we gave up 10 in the first quarter, 11, so we weren't letting them get away too far.
No, they didn't score a lot, did they?
I think the final's 50-39.
That's what I thought, So a good defensive effort. What about that Ben Myers? There's some bloodlines there, isn't there?
Yeah, so
am I thinking of the right kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach was his brother, was a senior last year and won state high jump.
That's what I thought, And this kid can jump, I assume.
Yeah. Ben, we already called out that he's going to make it to state in high jump this year. And
I would think so,
He's just sophomore, it's real athletic. Junior high track, I coached him, and he could run. Like, it doesn't look like he has any effort to him. He's just really athletic, and just he has a little sense of where the ball's going to be. I don't know. He just has a sense, and will find himself in open space for rebounds or for passes from one of the guards. Riley and Quinn both are right at the top of state leaders in assists. If they're not finding Ashton outside, they find Luke or Ben inside and have some buckets inside.
That can really be discouraging to a defense. Who in the world do we guard? Yeah. So, sub-district, who's in your sub this year?
We have Heartland Lutheran and Franklin and Red Cloud.
Okay.
So a couple of TVC teams. Red Cloud just beat. They fought and played tough against Kennesaw, and then they did beat in the consolation game Deschler. They have just enough guys and just enough shooting that they're pretty tough. They have a couple guys inside, but they have some athletic guys. They're tough in football. We played them there.
I know. Yeah.
They get on a little bit of a streak and make some shots. They're really tough.
You can't overlook Red Cloud. That's for sure in that. And then you're sitting. Are you first in wild card this morning? I thought
we were this morning.
Yeah.
And it's tight. There's Parkview Christian, Osceola. Why not had a couple good wins and just moved up. It's going to be really tight and see who stays towards the top half. You're hoping that as a top seed you get a home game, but there's a sub-district way out west that you may have to go play halfway. So we're kind of hoping whatever we end up, we don't get matched up with that sub.
I know, yeah. So Potter Dix or somebody like that. I don't think you'd be matched up.
And Potter Dix slid up a little bit, but Crawford, Hay Springs, Cody right now are
down there. Oh my goodness.
Towards the bottom of it. And they're far enough away where the NSA would make you meet halfway, which is kind of like the old football in playoffs. If the 9 seed beat the 8 seed, the 1 seed would have to go play them.
Yeah.
When I was at Cozad had to go to Pierce, the 9 seed, because they beat, I forget who the 8 seed was, and just, man, you earned the right as the 1 seed not to have to travel.
Well, yeah, Josh Salmon, I think, behind the camera there, he might agree with that, because I did a Falls City Sacred Heart Hay Springs game, and they met at GICC, and that couldn't have been fun for either one. But so I did the CRC tournament, and I did out when I saw Osceola play, immediately Osceola versus Shelton came up in my head. So that could be down the line. You never know. Got to get there first, but we've got Wynot. Nebraska Lutheran's not a bad team. Yep. Parkview Christian, did you play them at GICC this year?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So they didn't have everybody. They haven't finished off their roster yet, and it's summertime, so you don't see everybody they have.
SEM could lurk in the shadows.
SEM's athletic and big guys. Mullen's beating some people.
And Humphrey St. Francis is always there, so you never know. Doug will come up and bite you when you're not at Sacred Heart, but boy, I hope. And there's no injuries right now for Shelton, right?
Well, we're missing Dylan Kenton still out. He had surgery from football injury.
Gosh,
he hasn't made it back yet, and we don't know that he will.
Yeah, that's too bad.
We do have a couple other guys, like Will can play as a guard if needed.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry's can play guard or post. We have a couple of those younger guys, like Harper Thober's a freshman. Drake Power and Jackson Ullman are both freshmen. I say freshmen for Harper. Harper's a sophomore.
Well, you've got a wealth of youngsters.
They can play a little bit. It's just, you have a little concern putting in guys that haven't had a lot of court time. Yeah. We try to get them some time early in the year, but.
Well, everything's going good. Let's cross our fingers. Yeah. Shelton, and I saw the girls play. What a terrific team. You've both beaten GICC. So it's looking good. Shelton's got to be just bubbling over with enthusiasm.
We had a big crowd the other night, and back-to-back games made it pretty nice. Lots of people geek on Jimmy when he missed the call the other night.
Yeah. So I hope both teams go down again, and that's always great for a town this size. I don't think anybody stays home when everybody's in Lincoln. Yep. So, well, good luck. I don't think you need it, but I'm going to wish you good luck anyway.
Right.
And we hope you stay healthy and get to Lincoln and maybe come home with double crown, man.
That'd be great. Thank you.
All right, so head coach for Shelton's boys, for Josh Salmon, Fish behind the camera. We'll catch you in Lincoln with the Shelton Bulldogs. How's that for for Bobby Mills on In the Hoop? See you down the road.